There we go.
Yeah.
Now it says on Facebook. I've got the little icon in the corner of my screen now.
Yeah.
I didn't have before. Ding, there we are. You're starting a watch party, I'm guessing that says.
No, it's streaming live.
Yeah, there we go. Someone started a watch party.
Yeah.
Right, so as we're live, while you're doing all your fancy schmancy stuff, I'm going to go with the old shameless plug. Ross from the Star Inn kindly arrived at my house on Tuesday with a bag of fried chicken and fries. And I've got to say, I've never eaten chicken so fast in my life because I could not get enough of it. So, Ross, thank you very much. Also, forgot to mention it last week, Friday, we had fish and chips from the White Horse. And again, absolutely amazing. So Tim Willis, thank you very much. So that's my two shameless plugs for the
that's
week.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say, the only problem we've got with going down to the Star Inn, of course, is the fact that Ross's internet is crap. So the deal has got to be get super fast fibre down the pub, then we can turn around and actually all enjoy our mobile phones down the pub, and we can come down there and actually stream live because we need super fast broadband. You know, that's the end of the day, isn't it?
I'd just be happy with a beer.
Well, nothing changes there. So sorry, everybody, about the fact that we dropped out. I don't know what happened there. For some reason, it's technical issues. I think it's something called technology.
I don't know what it does. I don't know how technology works.
No, I don't either, but it's obviously doesn't work all the time. Anyway, we have somebody waiting in the background who we want to bring in. James Coynes. Hi, lads. Hi, James.
Evening.
Yeah. Nice to see you on here. Jules Annan. Now, he's, for those of you who don't know, Jules is the entertainment editor of the Daily Sport, which probably might not give him the greatest of credence. I don't know. We've all seen the Daily Sport. It'd be one of those things, wouldn't it? He also has his own business called Concert Photography, and who he's not photographed is probably better off trying to mention, because I think he's photographed just about everybody in the world. So I think if you're ready, we'll bring the guy in, because he's got an incredible story to tell as well. Let's see if we can find him. Jules. Here he comes. Jules, good evening.
Hello there, how are you?
I'm great, mate. How are you doing?
I'm very well, absolutely.
So yeah. just putting a faces to the names earlier on, obviously that Sam that you spoke to earlier on.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, all right.
Yeah, all good. Nice cat we got behind you there. Lovely.
But it's, so yeah, I mean, we've done this a couple of weeks now, and then Simon was saying about, and then we saw you on the news and everything else. So we thought it'd be a great idea to get you on, sort of get your side of, you know, what's happened.
For sure, yes. Where do you want me to start? At the beginning?
Well, yeah. Why not?
Why not, indeed. What would it be now? Well, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, I went to the doctors because I felt pretty rough. I thought I had pneumonia. I had the old stethoscope on me, and yes, they said, "You got that in your lungs, go home, take some antibiotics, and all will be good." So I did that. I went home, took the antibiotics. It's getting worse and worse all week, finding it very, very difficult to breathe. Didn't have a temperature, didn't have any other symptoms apart from having this cough. Tried phoning 111, couldn't get through to them on the Friday, the Saturday or the Sunday. So on the Monday morning, I phoned my doctor back first thing. She heard me not breathing very well, so get straight up to the hospital. And that's what I did. I went to the hospital, went up to the casualty, ended up in a quarantine room where they did all these tests on me, basically. And they didn't say straight away, you know, you've got coronavirus. They said you got a rattle in your lungs. They did X-rays. They stuck calipers in me, cannulas, whatever you call them. and they sat me in an isolation room. Obviously, when I went in, they tested me for the corona, but that takes 2 days for the results to come back. So I'm in this isolation room all on my own. After 2 days, this nurse comes in and said, right, you've got a corona. As quick as you like, I'm whisked out of there straight into the corona ward. Unfortunately, I had another private room there. It was bloody scary, to be honest. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, I mean, none of us here that pretty much, I don't think anybody that's even watching tonight could have any idea of what you've gone through. But in respect of the NHS, how, I know I spoke to you earlier on and you said you can't
praise them enough. You cannot, absolutely not, no. They go into work it's not just the NHS nurses, it's the cleaners, the cooks, it's everybody involved. They're going in there every day and they know that the people they're dealing with have got coronavirus. Yeah, they've got protection on. It's not brilliant protection. These little plastic aprons which come down here, you can't see it down there. So this bit is all exposed. They know every day they are risking their lives basically to look after us. You just cannot praise them enough.
When you're, it's difficult. I mean, I don't want to go into too much personal detail, but
I'll carry on. I don't mind.
Yeah, well, I know what you're like at the festival, so yeah, I know. But I mean, I guess it just what must be going through your mind. I mean, and the fact that you can't talk to anybody, you can't turn around and you can't pick up the phone.
Well, no, you can. You can pick up your phone. You've got a mobile phone. If you've got a mobile phone, right. I mean, I was clever. As soon as the doctor said go to the hospital, I grabbed my iPhone, I grabbed my iPad, I grabbed cables, and I grabbed the battery pack. Didn't bring any clothes, didn't take a toothbrush, nothing like that. They were the most important things to me. If you got those, you can communicate with people outside. There was people there, the old folks, who don't know how to use a phone. They haven't got iPhones, they haven't got iPads. I felt really sorry for them, but I could speak to the wife by messenger or whatever, so she could see me, I could see her. But yeah, it's bloody scary.
I mean, one of the things that obviously this show's about, and Sam and himself talk about stuff. He's got something in a minute, by the way. He has to do his bad dad joke in a minute.
Okay. Let's get it double notion, but let's do it now.
I've heard that one already, so we'll give it a minute because I don't want to hear it again that quick.
Is it that bad?
It is that bad, yeah. But I mean, obviously, one of the things that we turn around and the whole point of this show is blokes being able to talk to blokes and getting anxieties out and getting their feelings out and just showing that we need to talk to each other, and that's one of the reasons it's really good to sort of have you on here. From a bloke's perspective, how much of what you went through would you have normally been able to sort of,
comprehend?
Yeah, and get out to other people. I mean, it's.
So I cried. I'll be honest. I mean, it scared the shit out of me. Excuse my French, but it absolutely scared me. I thought I was going to die. I didn't think I was going to see my family again. Oh, somebody sent me an attachment on my phone. How fun. You're attacked by the dog at the same time as well. Happy days. No, it's. I'd say it was an emotional roller coaster. I was scared. I'm the first to admit it. Like I said, I cried. I thought I wasn't going to see the family. I wasn't going to see my daughter get married. My son's transgendering at the moment, so I didn't think I was going to get to see that. I wasn't going to be there to support my wife. Stupid things like that. I didn't think I was going to see my house again. My jacuzzi, damn, I was going to miss it. I've already had it for 6 months. What a waste of money that would have been. True story. Totally true. In my head.
I'm so glad you just know where your loyalties lie. The jacuzzi.
Absolutely. I mean,
absolutely.
If it had been a sunny night, I'd be sat in my jacuzzi now doing this.
Yeah.
Smugglers.
Mind you, I have to say I do know that if we'd got a jacuzzi at home, my missus would be saying exactly the same thing from her point of view. Yeah, so it's not a problem.
Oh, sorry, I'm just having a whiskey now. Cheers. It's got to be done.
Jules, cheers, mate. And so glad. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, energy drink.
Yeah.
What are you drinking there? What's that? I know you're working tonight. You can't drink, can you?
I'm not. No, I got caffeine. That's it. Caffeine and food. sort of gets me through the day.
Rock and roll, eh? What a rock and roll life you lead.
That's it, yeah.
Absolutely. But no, anyway, so I was in, don't know what that is. I was in this little room all on my own, getting back to the coronavirus. And then one day, my blood oxygen levels went down to 50. I mean, I don't know if you understand all that, but they're supposed to be 98. Mine just suddenly dropped, completely dropped. My pulse went, my heart rate went, and I was whisked into the high dependency unit. And that is when I thought, that's it, I'm dead. I'm not going to make this. It's a very, very scary room, that. It's, you go to bed one day, you got, I had a lady in the bed next to me. That's a very sad story straight away. She was in high dependency with me, and her husband was on a ventilator downstairs in intensive care. 2 days in, she got taken down and put on a ventilator as well, which was extremely sad. You got the 2 beds opposite me. The first night, there was 2 people in those beds. When I woke up in the morning, they weren't there. They either didn't make it through the night or they were put on ventilators. Either way, not good. The second day, this old lady came in. She had an iPhone. I mean, when I say old, she was probably about 65. You're not 65, are you? No, okay. She's on her iPhone. She's talking to her kids. I'll see you later. Love you. Blah blah blah. An hour and a half later, she's dead. She just same thing I'm doing. All her vital signs just came, just went, and that was it. She's gone. It's such a horrible disease. People just do not take it seriously.
This is it. I think people, because especially where we are, because we're quite a rural area, because there's quite a lot of, because you're not all packed into such a small space, there's quite a lot of space around there. Right? People sort of, I think people take it for granted about how much space we've got, so they're not really over concerned about it. They go, there's people who go, oh yeah, no, it's quite bad, but I don't think people still quite fully understand the scale of it. I mean, just how immense it is. I saw in the news this week that, using America as an example, what day was it? Tuesday, they said on the news that in America, there's more people have died from the coronavirus
Than died in Vietnam.
Yeah, than the Vietnam War. And I don't see how people can't grasp how serious this is.
The problem with America is it's the same size as the whole of Europe. So when you're comparing it to Europe, we've had more deaths in Europe than the Americans have had in America. I mean, each state in America is a country, it's a European country size of. I'm not saying it's not bad. It is terrible there. I mean, bloody Donald Trump isn't exactly helping the situation either. Let's all go and stick some bloody bleach in our arms. Not. But,
I was going to ask you about that. How much Dettol did you take to get you better?
Well, what can I say? Don't tell the National Health Service, but I had 2 bottles of TCP. It did actually. Well, I was joking apart on the last night, because every day my wife would bring me a goodie bag in to see me through the night. A couple of cans of Coke and a couple of oranges and a bit of chocolate, whatever. And we were messing about. I was on a walk by that point. You say, oh yeah, we'll get some cider in. So she comes up, she brings this bag in. The nurses went, man, they thought she was bringing cans of cider in for us. So they tried confiscating it, but it wasn't. But obviously they know us too well. But I cannot stress how dangerous this disease is. If you don't take it seriously, you're an idiot, basically. And if you've got a family and you risk your family, well, you don't deserve a family.
Incredible, mate. I got to pass a message on from you, Jackie Bale.
Who's Jackie? Never heard of her.
She's one of the weird watch it lot that we've got.
Oh yeah. She's got 6 toes.
Yeah. She's in everything. The only other one that's also into everything is of course Loretta.
Loretta Stan. I want to be a woman. Don't laugh. Name the film.
Loretta.
Name the film.
I'm getting grief from Loretta coming in. I can see it already, and it's not even. Jackie says, "I can't imagine what you've been through, Jules," and big tears. She's just absolutely so chuffed to see that you're back on your feet again.
I have to say, every day I'll get a message from Jackie, and and the stuff she was putting on the Watch It message boards on Facebook, they kept me going. I'll be honest with you, they were great. I really appreciated them all. I can't thank her enough for that. And all you guys down and Watch It. Absolutely brilliant. Really appreciated it.
We'd miss you from the festival, mate, at the end of the day. I mean, you're well, I think there's two things with the festival, isn't it? It's the drinking competition between the media.
Absolutely. We always win.
Which keeps us all on our toes.
Yeah.
and just the banter, just the witty
totally
fun and you know, it's just amazing.
Yeah. Well, that's what festivals are all about to us. Having fun, take a few photos, and make it look like we know what we're doing.
So
that's what we're here.
I know that we had Hugh Weston on last week. I mean, he loves Watch It.
Okay.
Know, just like everyone else does. And I don't know, just a little bit, but this is really, really encouraging. But when we're talking about like men's mental health and everything, I don't know if you're aware, but Hugh's girlfriend wrote a number of tracks a little while back, you know, in the last couple of weeks sort of thing. And one of them was Waterfall of Tears, and Hugh on piano and Rob just on vocals put that together. And as of now, and I'm just going to flick the screen over here, but as of now, that's had 95,000 views, guys.
Bloody hell, that's brilliant. Send me a link. Let me put it on the Daily Sport website.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he will.
Let's see if we can get some more views for you.
Yeah, totally. That would be amazing, mate. That would be amazing. I know Hugh would absolutely just be brilliant. But the song is actually about, you know, the state of mind. Sam's listened to it 2 or 3 times. You describe it, mate.
Yeah, so it's about it's about you know, feeling low and getting to that point where you can't possibly feel any lower, and then not knowing what to do, and then suddenly realizing that you're not alone. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's it. You've cried as much as you physically can, and the only thing to do now is just to, you know, build yourself back up. And I think this is what we've been saying with this show and stuff like that. And I think with your situation and what happened to you, and like you said, you know, when you're sat there thinking this is it, then it's the song will probably resonate with you quite a lot with the way you explained everything. Then it seems to fit in so well with what's been going on, and yeah, it's definitely it's worth a listen. Really, really good.
I'll definitely listen to that. Yeah, send me the link and I'll do something with it.
Yeah, will do. I actually managed to get it onto as I do with anything, because I'm like that. I was on BBC Somerset earlier on. They did a live interview with me just about 7:30, just before going on live with this, about the Man Cave and about what we're doing in Watch It to support people. And I managed to get it on there. So I'm hoping by the end of the night, we'll have got him up to 100,000 views. That's the
what's the link then?
It's Hugh Weston, HUWWESTON. It's Hugh Weston. If anyone's out there and they haven't seen it, look for Hugh Weston. It's Filter the band. So if you find the Filter Facebook page, and spread the word around, and we can turn around and try and get Hugh's song, Filter's song, up to over 100,000 views tonight. That's the aim.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Sam, you've moved on my screen. Where have you gone? You've just gone up and down. You keep moving.
I can see Sam is still there at the bottom.
I'm still in.
We're playing hide and seek now, are we? Can't see me now, though. It's you know, like I said, oh, I'm sorry.
So what about work-wise now? Obviously, there is none, is there, at the moment? With
no, in a word,
not a lot taking pictures at the moment.
No, not a lot. I mean, to be fair, I can't do anything for 6 months anyway. I've been told I've got to stay at home and rest. But no, there's nothing happening. All red carpet events, all parties, all festivals, they've all gone, unfortunately, this year. The year that wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. I mean, I'd imagine next year it's going to be crazy. By the time once this is all finished and everything, every event is going to be, you know, supersized just to make up for the fact that 2020 has been written off. And,
on the negative for that, sorry, is Glastonbury's already sold out for 2021.
yeah, well, is that because they didn't? Is that because they already had they can keep their tickets?
They keep the tickets, yeah.
Yeah,
They didn't get
that's it,
refunds,
yeah.
they keep the ticket. So it's already sold out.
Yeah, and that's it. So they're gonna celebrate what's essentially their 50th year, but then
Right,
also
yeah.
celebrate the fact that everyone can go back there. So every festival, every party, everything like that is going to be massive next year.
Totally.
Imagine next year you'll be fine. Next year you'll be inundated and you'll be wishing you'd have another 6 months off.
Definitely, I know that's not going to happen. I like my festivals. I like my parties. But no, absolutely, it's going to be absolutely chaotic. I mean, you've got to feel sorry for all the magazines, the glossy magazines and the red top papers. They've got nothing to put out there. They're usually full of all the stuff we give them. And they haven't got anything, basically.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think I've seen Boris Johnson on every newspaper at the moment because he is possibly the only person on the TV. Because there's just nothing else going on.
Well, there is no news. I mean, I had a great story for the Sun, but they're not interested. All they're interested in is coronavirus. And that's it, coronavirus. I was going to give them this rather nice story, but no, they weren't interested. So, never mind.
We'll have an exclusive on here.
No, can't do that. Can't do that. No. A bit dodgy. I don't want to get you into trouble.
What we'll have to do, you have to do an exclusive on the man cave in the sport.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it that way.
Do it that way.
Absolutely. But you haven't got any topless women there, have you? Is that hiding around the corner, maybe?
Listen, mate, come back next week. That can be arranged. Doris?
What, Loretta?
Whoa, hang on. I've got no issue, but not my mum, all right?
How about Loretta?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It's a challenge.
Just
Loretta, if you're listening, bring it on. I'll go topless as well.
Just to wait for that cut for the next comment from Loretta to come up.
on that note, until that comment comes up, do your bad dad joke.
Oh, yes, let's have it.
So, yeah, because I haven't got long left. So, why did Susie fall off a swing?
I don't know.
Because she had no arms.
What?
Because she had no arms.
Why she got no arms?
Knock, knock.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I know where that's going now. Have you noticed as well, by the way? The one brilliant thing about this lockdown is there's no Jehovah's Witnesses. Hey, have you noticed? It's brilliant. You know, they all go down to B&Q now, knocking on the doors there instead. I've got a really serious question for you, though, Sam.
Go on.
After this is all over and done with, I mean, my hair, my Barney needs a bloody good cut, right? Really does. Can you get clippers anywhere? Have you tried buying any? You don't need them. You've obviously got some at home.
Well, I don't need to buy clippers because I have the advantage of 3 children, which means that my hair no longer grows.
It goes downwards by the looks. Your head on upside down, maybe? It's,
every photo I take, I just flip it upside down. So it looks
totally. But no, I've got to get my hair cut. There's no hairdresser, so I need clippers. I've got to shave it off. I spent all day yesterday trying to bloody find some. Can you find any? The earliest delivery you can get is June.
You want to get? I'll tell you what you want to do. Go find the pet clippers. They're exactly the same. They've just got a different name on them.
Shout, Fakers, shout, yes. I never thought of that. I'll have a look at that.
That's how I cut my hair.
I'll tell you what, the waiting queues for a hairdresser when this is all over with, it's going to be weeks.
Pat Morty Boys says, go to Amazon. We've all tried Amazon, Pat. You can't get bugger all on Amazon at the moment.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. But that's good for Amazon, I guess.
No, yeah.
Actually, to be honest with you, roll of drums here. My wife went on to Asda this morning at 6 o'clock, and we've got a delivery coming on Saturday bloody morning. Can you believe it? I was going to put that in a Daily Sport, to be honest. It was a news story, that is in itself. But no, I can't believe it. And she didn't order any gin on it either, so what can I say? Come on, Loretta, have you answered this question yet? Are you coming in a Daily Sport, page 3?
She said, I don't think so. I'm not sure that this. Oh, she said I've got my coffee. I'm not quite sure that that's on the same point. Come on, Loretta, get your banter out.
Yeah, come on, step it up a bit, for God's sake. And you, Jackie, bring it on. I say, bring it on.
You can tell he's feeling better. Look.
Oh, but mate, I'll tell you, I'm so relieved. Like I said, I mean, the story I must tell you is, like I said, I was in this high dependency unit for a week. And like I said, every day people would come in and they either die or they go down to intensive care. And on the Friday, the 5th day, this guy came in and he had a bloody tube hanging out of his nose, like it was bloody hilarious. And after he settled down a little bit, I started chatting to him. And he came from intensive care. His name was Dave. And this guy had been in intensive care for over a week. And he came the other way. He was the only one I saw come the other way the whole time I was in there. And it just gave me such a lift to see this guy and know that you could actually go to intensive care and come back the other way. Absolutely incredible. We were only together for, I don't know, 8 hours, maybe 10 hours. He found me on Facebook the next day. We speak 3 or 4 times. Because that's the other bloody thing. This git, he'd been in intensive care for over 2 weeks. He comes into the high dependency unit, persuades the doctors that he's well enough to go, and he goes home the next bloody day. There's me stuck in there for another week, and he goes home. But fair play, every day he'd phone me up to cheer me up, just make sure I was okay. Every day I was in there, and that's what friendship's about. We're now really, really good friends. Plus the fact he's a helicopter pilot and he owns a brewery.
Oh well, even better, mate. Introduce us. This is the guy I think that you were on the news with, wasn't it?
This is Dave. Yeah. It's it affected him very, very bad. He was very, very emotional when he came out. I set up an interview with ITV for him, and it was a very, very emotional interview. If you see, it's on my Facebook page somewhere.
Yeah.
He did it, if I'm honest, we did it too quickly. I should have given him time to get over it, and I didn't. So I feel a little bit guilty about that. But he made it, and the rest is history, so they say. But so I stayed another week in there. I was put on a ward with these. The first night I was on the ward, I came out of high dependency, which is a 4-bed ward. I was just stuck on another 4-bed ward for people who had the CPAP masks on. And I got in there, and the first night there was a guy called Donald in a bed next to me. The curtains went round, 6 o'clock, the curtains went round his bed. He was 86, I think. And they said to Donald, "I don't think you're going to make it through tonight. Do you want to phone your wife and say goodbye?" I mean, I can, I'm right next to the guy, I can hear all this. And they get a phone, they dial his wife, and he has to, it's absolutely heartbreaking. I was crying at this. He had to phone his wife and say, "I'm not going to make it home, love. I'm not going to make it through tonight, they don't think." I mean, how the bloody hell can you do that on a telephone to somebody? It's so impersonal. But fair play. I mean, as soon as he'd done that, the guy opposite me, he'd gone totally grey. He had a blood transfusion going in. I don't think he was going to make it either. I phoned the wife just for some support, and Dave, funny enough. I sent a message to Dave, he phoned me as well, just for support, because I was at a really low point. When you're low, you need to talk to people, simple. But I didn't sleep that night. I was really worried. The next day, bloody me, they're both there. Absolutely incredible. I did hear afterwards that Duncan didn't actually make it, but he made a few more days at least. And the guy opposite me went home. So it's not all doom and gloom. But I came home for 2 weeks, and then last Friday I couldn't breathe again, and I was taken back in. That's why I thought I was going to come on your show last week. I couldn't breathe. I mean, my breathing's not brilliant now, as you might be able to hear, but it went completely. So I was taken back into hospital, where they tested me for coronavirus again and MRSA. Fortunately, I'm now coronavirus free completely. I've got MRSA now, but not coronavirus. Happy days. But I had 2 CT scans in 2 days, and my lungs are totally buggered, basically. It's not being blunt on it, but it's going to take 6 months for them to repair, basically. They didn't like what was going on. It's not the air sacs, it's the actual lung is all expanded and it's just fighting against it. So basically it's just cramping up and I can't breathe properly. But anyway, let's move on.
You'll be fine, mate. You'll be fine. You're back with
I'll
it.
be absolutely fine, definitely.
So let's just turn around and talk. So, like I said earlier on, some of the thing that, or the other thing that you do apart from being the entertainment editor for the sport is your own photography that you do. Now, like you said, it's going to be a while before you're back doing any of that again. But so, who haven't you photographed that you'd like to have done?
Well, I'd like to have done. You mean who's dead? I would like to have done Michael Jackson and Prince, but they've stuffed it now, so it won't be either of them. Who's on my hit list still? God, that's a good question. I don't really know, to be honest. I like to do Bruce Springsteen. I've never done him. God, I don't know. You could have warned me about this bloody question. I could have had a think about this one. Oh dear. There's no, if they come in front of my camera, I take their photo. I'm happy, to be honest. Good live music, film stars, do without them, really, to be honest. Comedians, not really interested because they're all miserable gits. Oh, I don't know. Val Doonican, is he still alive or is he dead?
Yeah, he might be a bit beyond the grave.
Oh, is he now? Okay, fair enough. God, I don't know. Who can we get to watch it? I can photograph.
Well, it's Loretta for a start.
Oh yeah, no, I've done Loretta. I've got loads of photos of Loretta, but they're not topless. Maybe next year.
Right. On that note,
Yeah.
it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. As it says on Vinnie Jones's arse, true story. It's been emotional. He has a tattoo. He's got a tattoo across his arse that says it's been emotional. There's an exclusive for you.
You get it here first all the time, folks, on the Man Cave. We've got to say cheerio to Sam for the moment. I'm still staying on with you, Jules, but we've got to say cheerio to Sam because he's got to go to work. Yes.
Violin's out, is it? Or
That's the one, yeah.
Needs a smaller violin than that.
yes, well, the world's smallest violin, yeah. So where does one work, Sam? Can we say this on the telly?
Yeah, I work for a rotational moulding company making plastic oil tanks and water tanks and things like that. So we are classed as essential because we're making things at the moment that are going to hospital, like pop-up hospitals and the military and stuff like that. So
Very important.
turns out we are essential, which I didn't know.
Well, there you go. Yeah, no, fair play. Well, have a good night's work, won't you?
No, it's going to be great. Can't wait.
Well, do I feel sorry for you?
So
I hope I see you later this year.
yeah, definitely.
Yes, beer time.
I'll have a shot of whiskey with you.
Only one?
Well, we'll start with one.
Okay, and then we'll have another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam, you've never. Sam, I don't think you've ever met the media crew at the festival, have you yet?
I haven't. No.
No.
Have you never come drinking with us? Oh.
I to be fair, I rarely go out and have a drink, and when I do, I seem to build it all up in one night, and then manage to get home somehow. Never entirely sure how. Just know there's a lot of dents in the door and my key won't go in the lock straight away. And
I think I know that feeling.
yeah.
I can report to you last year at Watch It, we managed to do two pallets of cider. Which
that's good work.
That was very good going, I have to say. Yes. It was very nice cider too. Thank you, Michael.
I seem to remember carrying a few cases through myself.
Yes, you probably did. Yes. Well, I'm sure you helped us drink a few of them as well, if I remember correctly.
No, I can't say anything about that because I wasn't drinking on duty. Jackie, you didn't hear any of that, nor you, Mark.
Right, it's been a pleasure.
Right.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you
Well
everyone
done,
watching. I shall see you next Thursday. Take care now. Bye bye.
Hey, buddy. Bye.
Cheers, bye.
No.
Oh, he's still there. Oh, there he goes.
He's done. He's gone. So.
My God, I can see your printer now. That funky, what's that on the wall there?
Oh, that's just a bit of an angle. This is the hub that because what we also do here is we're running the coronavirus helpline. So we're supporting all the town, the vulnerable people in town that need that support. So yeah, lots goes on from down here. This is the little operation
That's
centre,
why it's called the hub.
the hub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, you say you look after the people in the town, but you do the surrounding areas too, do you? Or
We cover Watchet, we cover sort of Blue Anchor and Washford, and up to sort of St Aldridge around that way.
okay, fair play. Well done. Your country needs you.
It does, and it's just interesting, Jules. You know, it's just knowing that you're looking after these people, knowing that you're supporting the people and everything else. And it's like I said at the start of the show, talking to Sam, it's amazing the stories you get back and the little bits of feedback you get back. And I mean, yeah, a classic one today was a lady that turned around and needed to get to Musgrave. Now there's no taxis around, there's no transport facilities around at all. You know, the buses are next to useless in real terms for people in her situation. One of our volunteers who'd got a vehicle big enough to turn around and do the job properly, so safe, you know, the safe aspects of it all, the social distancing can be done, was able to turn around and get her down to Musgrave, and she needed to be there. And the next thing is she's dropped 50 quid in cash in to support the food bank.
Wow, that's fantastic.
I just,
how much would a taxi have been?
Return trip less than that, but you know, 35 quid return, something like that.
That makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it?
Just people around here are just amazing. This community is just the best.
I mean, joking apart, when we come down to watch it at the festival, it's so evident that it's that's why we love it. We love the festival. We love the people. I mean, it's just something special about watch it.
Well, we're all keeping our fingers crossed for this year. I mean, I don't know, you know, nobody knows at the moment where it's going. We know that
I can't cross his fingers, but I threw it the bird, but I can't cross the fingers. Look, see, I tried to cross it, didn't work, but never mind.
I mean, we've obviously seen that one or two festivals around about the same sort of time span have already decided not to go ahead. We just got to keep our fingers crossed. I mean, at the moment,
totally. Is Reading and Leeds still on, or is that off yet? That's the same weekend, I believe.
Best people to ask for that is Mark and Jackie. So I expect I'll probably get something ping up in a second, or if you're seeing the Facebook feed as well, you'll see the messages there. But
right.
We'll see what comes. I've got Tracy Brown, my sister-in-law, said hello, good show. Hi Tracy, she's up in the Midlands, well, sort of Midlands-ish. She's up at Houghton Regis, so we're going far and wide at the moment. Jackie,
you're in America.
Yeah, Jackie Bell says she did hear that I was drinking with you. Oh dear, that's me.
Oh dear, you're sacked. That's it, no more.
So Reading's still on. The two you mentioned, they're still on at the moment.
Good. Well, that gives you hope.
That does give us hope.
So, I mean, the latest one to go was Beautiful Days, unfortunately, which was going to be my first year at that. I've never been, so I was looking forward to that one, I have to say.
Oh, they would just have to do the whole series of them all next year when they're all back. I
used to do 20 plus festivals every year.
Yeah. I think every festival going now is going to. We all go to every festival. That's all we'll spend any money we've got on next year.
You've got to support them. Yeah, totally. And restaurants, they need our support.
Yeah, and
the independent ones.
And the pubs need to be supported. So,
oh hell yeah!
I think if we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the restaurants, if we do Thursday, Friday, and in the pubs, and then if we go to every festival every weekend, that'll pretty much sort the year out.
Totally. See, that was the worst thing about getting coronavirus. I forgot to mention that. My local pub, the Merry Fellow, hello Kelly, they closed all the pubs a week before I went in, and I went into hospital on the Monday, and on the Sunday, my local pub phoned me up and say, "Do you want a barrel of Doom Bar? We've got to get rid of it." And so they bring me a barrel of Doom Bar around on the Sunday, set it up in my garden. You've got to leave it 24 hours to settle. I went into bloody hospital on the Monday, didn't I? I never even got one sodding pint of it. You talk about bad timing. Hey, I love Doom Bar. If anybody from Doom Bar wants to send some more up, please do. I'll give you my address later.
We'll sort that out. We'll put it out there, mate. I know, unfortunately, Ross, I don't know if Ross is still with us or not, but I know he did have a fair few pints as well that we did get a little bit ourselves as it was all going into lockdown. But I'll tell you what, there's something else we found here as well. All the pubs have ended up chucking everything they've got, that, you know, crisps and peanuts and J2Os and that sort of stuff. They've given it all to the food bank, which is amazing.
Oh, that's brilliant news. Brilliant. Yeah.
And I can't imagine, you know.
But, and all the restaurants I hope have done the same, to be honest. It's, yeah. I just hope that a lot of them have got the insurance and can actually come back again. I mean, there are the government hands out, but the stories I'm hearing about those, they're very hard to get hold of, and it's just not enough.
I'll tell you, it's amazing. I mean, being involved with what I'm involved in here, we also deal with some of the issues, you know, business grants and that sort of thing. So we get asked about stuff with businesses, and we got told the other day that only 25% in Bath and North East Somerset have actually gone for the business grants.
Really?
Yeah. They're just, I don't know what it is. They're not, whether it's because small business rate relief means that people don't think that they can claim because they don't pay rates.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, basically, we get nothing. My wife, fortunately, is still working full time from home, but being self-employed photographer, we get nothing, basically. I mean, we still get sales coming through from what we've done before.
Yeah.
But they're not great. But there's people a lot worse off than I am, so I feel for them.
We're all in the same boat, mate. I mean, at the end of the day, Loretta's just turned around and said there are still 1,800 businesses in our area that need to claim, that haven't claimed for the grants.
But they pay tax, they pay rates, they pay business charges. They paid into these schemes all these years. They claim it. Take what you can.
Well, the message is there. If you need help, we're here to help. So
happy days. Do you deliver to Cheltenham?
Ross, you deliver to Cheltenham. He does. I'll tell you what, he does an amazing fried chicken on a Tuesday night. So
happy days. Bring it up. Our KFC's closed at the moment. Does he do the bargain bucket on a Tuesday night? 9 pieces for a £5?
Yeah, I haven't got the menu in front of me, but I know it's good. Just Google for the Star in it. Watch it.
Okay. Is that bed and breakfast still open? The rather nice one down there.
Which one did you go to?
I don't know. It's where Michael stays. I can't remember what it's called. We go there for breakfast on the Monday morning every year. It's very nice. Big Georgian house or Edwardian house?
Georgian house. Oh, Keith at the Georgian house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still there at the moment. Yeah. Long may he continue.
Absolutely. Lovely bloke. Lovely venue. Yeah. Now, Jackie, have you ordered my cream tea yet? Because I'm looking forward to that. That's another thing that kept me going in hospital.
Yeah, Loretta's just pinged up Georgian house. Obviously, we've got a delay on it, so we've got a 20-second delay before they hear what we're doing now, and then the bits ping up there. So
you said you had to put that on, especially in case I swore.
Well, that's right. I know. Actually, you've been pretty good because you did say you could be worse than this.
I could be a lot worse, but I've still got half a bottle left. Look, it's only half gone. How long have we got left to do this?
Oh, only about 5 minutes, mate.
Oh, I can't drink that quickly, blimey. I'm still on medication.
Yeah, no, keep it sensible. So so anything coming up for you at all then? Have you got
watch it?
Anything like any more television interviews coming up?
Oh, I don't know about that. I've done ITV, I've done BBC, and now I've done Watch It. What else is? I did a Telegraph as well. There's a rather fetching photo of me in there. Have I got a copy here? Somewhere? Where is it?
I got right. So we got the message back from Ross Starr in.
Look at that scary full-size photo of my face. Hey?
I know. Oh, that was awful, that picture.
Awful, wasn't it? Bless them.
Yeah.
What's the message, sorry?
I know. Ross Starr in. Ross has turned around and said, post my menu and do a story on the Star in the Sport, and he'll deliver anything he wants to Cheltenham.
Well, we need some new girlies for the paper, to be honest. Has he got any of those hanging about?
Oh, just knowing Ross.
Loretta! In fact, you could get Loretta to deliver it.
She's so going to kill us too. You know that, don't you?
Oh, I know. I'm going to be banned from Watch It for life. I'm like, there's going to be a sign as I go to Watch It. Jules, go away. Banned.
Then you'll turn around and find security down at the bottom gate of the festival as soon as you arrive. No chance, mate.
You're not coming in. I can see it now.
It's ordered, my lovely. Your cream tea.
Oh, fantastic. Happy days. Oh, been looking forward to that, I have to say.
Yeah, Loretta's just said, I'll kill you, so you're not going to get a chance to eat it anyway.
Well, it depends. Can I eat the cream tea before you kill me, Loretta? I promise I'll behave myself. Not.
I can't actually turn around and tell you what Loretta's just turned around and replied. That's not allowed on air, even gone 9 o'clock.
Okay. Fair shout. I think every year we should have the Alabama Three Boys back there because they know how to party, though. I have to say. They're very good.
Were you there on the Sunday night? Right, were you still up late on the Sunday night? I can't remember if you were.
Probably.
Reverend and the Makers last year.
Oh yes.
And at the end of the night, when we all finished off at the back there, and Jackie will remember this. This was an absolute scream. We got a Bluetooth speaker out, and we were playing NAF pop songs.
Okay.
And Reverend and the Makers are singing along to things like the Ketchup song.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to give how's that go?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it again. I did it once. John will probably kill me if he ever hears this or if he ever comes on the show. We just had the most amazing time at the end of the night. Back.
Oh, come on, that's what Watch It's about. It's fun. It's so laid back. It's horizontal. It's brilliant.
I mean, you've got an amazing rock band like Reverend and the Makers there, sort of thing, indie rock, and we're doing the Macarena.
Oh dear, you're admitting to that?
John was doing it, not me.
Yeah, no, you said we, not he.
Right. Okay, you got me.
Yes. Happy days. Yeah.
Down the tables, Jackie. Yeah, you're right.
But no, the Alabama boys. It was. We did you watch them at all? Did you see any of them?
I get to see a few, but not much because I'm always
okay. We got I mean, I don't know if you know the backstory of them about how Jake died earlier in the year in May. Jake, the rapper guy, Dwayne Love, he died. And Rob comes out on the stage with his ashes in an urn. And he goes to the front of the stage. He's meant to sprinkle them in the pit in front of everybody, but the wind got up. And the whole front row got covered with bloody Jake's ashes. Absolutely hilariously brilliant. Jake would have loved it. I'm telling you now. Absolutely love it. That's how it should be.
Absolutely. It's what festivals are all about, isn't it?
Oh, totally. That and microwave ovens.
and pallets of cider.
Absolutely. Oh dear.
Brilliant. Well, we're just about coming up for the end of the time, mate.
Okay.
I have to say that it has been just an absolute privilege to have you.
Come on, it's been my honour and my privilege to talk to you guys. It's like I said, I can never thank you guys enough for supporting me while I was in hospital. I read every single comment that went on there, and there was a lot of them.
There were a lot. I mean, I sent quite a few. I know Jackie was there. I've always seen, but we all love you to bits, mate. I mean, that's the bottom line. That's what Watch It is. We care deeply about all the people that we're involved with up here, and I know
that you're bloody down there. You're
down here then. But I mean, I know that Jackie would totally agree with me on that. Everybody that plays at Watch It, everybody that's involved with Watch It.
But everybody, I mean, it's everybody knows it's a friendly family festival. It's got to last forever. It's the year it never happened is I remember that was 2-3 years ago when it was a year off, didn't you?
Yeah, when they had the year off. Yeah, none of us knew what to do. Not a single one of us knew what to do.
No. It is my favourite festival of the year. I've done nearly every festival in England.
But I think what makes it more than anything, I've said this right from the start. The first time I ever got invited to go up and do anything up there, and I did a bit of electrical work and bits and pieces up there, and I came out of it feeling like this has been a privilege to go up and be a volunteer. And when you stand back and you look at it and you realise actually the whole town volunteers.
Yeah, totally.
Nobody from the top to the bottom gets paid anything. We all go up there and we do it because we care about the town and because we wanted to see it succeed.
That's absolutely incredible, though.
I mean, I'm really, really lucky that over the years I've built up to a level where I'm now able to do what I do backstage, and I get to meet a few more people and get to see.
Hang on, you're telling me you actually do work up there? I didn't notice, to be honest. I thought you were just there for the cider. Or was that just last year?
Jules, you know the track as well. I've become very good at making it look as I'm doing a lot when I'm doing absolutely nothing. All right.
That's an art form, that isn't that?
Total
There should
art.
be an ology in that. I think you win that one. No, absolutely. It's no, you're right. It's a community festival. It's like a community faith, isn't it? But bigger and better.
And the work everyone puts in is just amazing. And so
that's what the people don't see.
Like last year, I mean, it was brilliant. Sophie Ellis-Bextor last year, when she turned around and she was just so nice. She baby there, and she's handing the baby around, and then everyone's looking after the baby, and
yeah.
Oh, brilliant, love it.
I love Sophie, I have to say. I went to Cape Verde with her for a weekend a few years ago. Well, not her, just her, a few other people, but we opened a 5-star hotel over there for a weekend. It was rather nice. She was DJing. But they flew diversity over there just to perform one dance. Absolutely nuts. But there you go. It was a good weekend.
Hey, mate, the life you lead.
It was a free bar all weekend. What else do you want? Oh, dear.
Oh, mate, on that note, I think we probably get in trouble if we keep going any further.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the stories might get a bit dodgy. Let's leave it there. Maybe another day when we'll do a past 10 o'clock version.
Yeah, absolutely. Jules, mate, thank you. So good to see that you're better. I know not fully well yet, but better. And
I feel amazing, I have to say. Like I said, I just the National Health staff, absolutely incredible. They deserve every kudos they get. They deserve it. It's yeah. One of the, like I said, one more thing before I do go. Sorry, I know you need to go, but. When me and Dave were in the high dependency unit, there was a nurse looking after us. And I didn't see her after that. And then when I went back in last week for another week, what day is it today? It's Friday. I came out Thursday. On Wednesday night, she wasn't even working, but she came to see me because they all knew I was there. And all these nurses kept coming to see me. Not one of them would give me a bloody bed bath, but that's another story. I did ask. But she came to see me. And she'd actually got coronavirus the day me and him were in the high dependency unit, and she'd been off since then with coronavirus. And then that was her first day back at work. She'd been off for 2.5 weeks with it, and she was in self-isolation. Fortunately, it wasn't that bad, but she caught it while she was working. Yeah. These nurses, they're risking their lives every day. I just can't thank them enough.
I mean, what do you do? It's the 8 o'clock clap. It goes out to everyone.
I'll try to give them the clap to all the nurses tonight, but it's that's your dirty mind, that is.
You just mate, I can't wait to see you at the festival.
You too, mate, you too. I'm looking forward to it already.
You take
all care. Right, look after yourself. Watch it, we love you. And
absolutely.
See you soon.
Good night to all.
Good night to all.